are you doing? What are you doing? Hey Larry, sorry I'm a little tardy for this today. I had something unexpected come up this evening, and sorry, I'm trying to get my shoelaces tucked in my shoes so Zelda won't eat them. No, I had my meeting and then I had to run across town and do something else. And then come back here to do this. The video seems a little choppy. Are you hearing me okay, or is it choppy audio too? This one will not leave my shoelaces alone. Okay, good. It just seemed kind of jumpy as I was looking around. And I guess Doc wants back in. Zelda, would you leave my shoes alone? She's been at this all day. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. I have to close the door. Clara says she'll come in. And I have to drop my phone on the floor. Sorry if that blew anybody's ears out. Unfortunately, I do not have a laser pointer with me tonight because Melanie's not here. She keeps it stashed in her purse, so it may be kind of low-key tonight. And maybe a little quick because I let my phone get up to about 80% or so. I had every intention of grabbing my charging cable when I left earlier, and I left it in my bag and walked out the door without it. Fingers crossed. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Stella is in there. Did he run out? Or is he in here? I might have lost a Hank again. That's not good. No, there he is. He's right there. I got an inquiry about Mr. Hank today. So hopefully this one will pan out better than the last 3 or 4 that went nowhere. It's really dark on this side of the room. Maybe I need to move that hammock over until we're done with this, because it's kind of blocking the light. Sorry to disturb you, Percy. Yeah, Clara and Doc both came in. Doc wouldn't come in until she did. I was telling Melanie earlier, Doc has been a bum all day. He just slept pretty much all day long. I think he's reached that stage of his cathood where he's gonna nap all the time. At least during the day. Is that right, Doc? Sound about right? So as an unrelated story, the reason I was later than I wanted to be getting back up here, I went to the local guitar center at lunch today. My only intention was to buy some guitar strings, but I always kind of look around while I'm in there. And as I walked around, I had a drum set that I owned. It was the first real drum set I had. And I guess I got it in 1995 or so. It was 95 or 96. I think it was 95. And it was there. I couldn't believe it. Someone had, I don't know if it was the guy that I sold it to years ago, brought it in there and traded it on something or sold it to him or what, but it's the exact, I know it is, it's the exact same kit. So, after consulting with my chief financial officer, which is Melanie, after my meeting tonight, I went and bought it. I don't need it. I didn't have to have it, but I really wanted it. Melanie will attest to this, that I'm very sentimental about things to a fault sometimes. Anything I've pretty much ever had in my possession. It's time to mess with the lamp, by the way. Anything musically related anyway, guitars and drums and whatever, amplifiers. I get very sentimental about it. And things that I sell, I regret. Come on, Doc. Leave the lamp on. And Claire is on top of my camera apparatus here. I haven't sold too many musical instruments, but the ones that I have, with only a couple of exceptions, I've managed to get them back. And I'm rambling because I've played drums in bands. I'm not playing drums in a band currently. I haven't been playing in a band for about a year, but prior to that, I played in bands for really 20 years. I'm playing bass in a band now. The band I was playing drums in kind of fell apart. Not anything. There was no big nasty breakup like you read about in Rolling Stone or something like that. It was nothing like that. The guitar player he has 2 kids and a third on the way, and just didn't have the time for it. So, but now I have 2 drum sets that I need to play somehow, some way. But I was just totally floored that that drum set showed up. I sold that thing in 2003, I believe it was. 2002 or 2003. And I told the guy when I sold it to him, I said, I don't really want to sell this thing, but I'm not using it. I've got another drum set. I can kind of use the money, but if you ever, down the road, decide you want to sell it, let me know. Well, that didn't happen. But as I say, I don't know if he still had it and he was the one that carried it up there, or someone else did, but it's in my truck now. I'm sorry I don't have the laser pointer, guys. You don't care. You're happy with whatever, aren't you? Why are you hitting me? What did I ever do to you, Doc? Mr. Lionel loves his spring. I guess I need to... I've only seen this one in the past day or so. I don't know where the others are. I may toss a couple down for him, because he and Zelda both love these things. Zelda, do I need to get another spring out? She looks all depressed that well, she was depressed for about 3 seconds. Is that you, Doc? Doc has rediscovered that thing. He and the rest of Claire's kittens had kind of forgotten about it for a while, but he likes to play with it again. And this one is sniffing my shoe again, inching closer to my shoelaces. But I've replied to the person that's, come on, Hank, that's inquired about Hank. Hopefully I'll hear something back soon. On another subject, I don't know what the deal is with this wet food. They don't seem to want to eat it anymore. Wilson eats it a little bit, and I don't know if he just doesn't like the new food or if he just likes Stella's better, or they, I should say. Zelda, Percy, and Wilson are the only 3 that eat the wet food. But every time I bring it in here and I set it down, they look at it, they sniff it, they walk away, and then they try to get Stella's food. Diet food, for what that's worth. I've tried to leave a little less dry food when I leave at night, hoping that they'll be hungry when I come in the mornings, but I'm afraid that all I'm doing is depriving Lionel and Hank. Even though Lionel doesn't look too deprived. I think he's a pretty healthy weight. He could stand to lose just a little bit. He'll probably grow into it. I shouldn't say that. He's still a kitten. Yeah, and we're still in the process of transitioning them to the new food. So they still get half of a portion of what they used to get. But for whatever reason, I may experiment tomorrow, and before I mix it up, I'll put the old food on the plate. Or maybe put old food on one plate and new food on a second plate and see if it matters at all. Because I know our cats at home, well, the 2 youngest anyway, they got to a point where the Authority brand, it's liver, maybe chicken and liver. I know it's liver, but they just wouldn't eat it anymore. They hated it. So I don't know if it's that's turning them off or if it's the new food. But like I say, Wilson will, once he realizes I'm not going to let him eat Stella's food, he will eat it. Percy will not. I have not seen Zelda eat very much of it. She's eaten a little bit. So I've got to figure that out. Oh, tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a weird day. Got to figure out if Melanie is going to come over tomorrow afternoon and do the close-up, or if she's going to wait for me to get back into town and we'll come back and do it later. I'll try to have that figured out tonight, and either I guess I'll figure it out tonight and I'll let everybody know in the room sometime tomorrow. I have to be in Birmingham. I'm leaving right around noon. Birmingham's about an hour and a half away. Why are you being mean to Doc, Clara? And I'm supposed to be there at, I think the appointment's 3:45 or something, but I'm supposed to be there an hour and something early for whatever reason. But anyway, I'm supposed to leave at noon tomorrow, and I don't know what time I'll be leaving there. So either Melanie will come and do it immediately after she gets off work, which will be normal time, or it will be later in the evening, one of the two. I guess it just depends on how it's looking as to when I'll get out of there. Rush hour is bad everywhere, but rush hour in Birmingham is the worst. And I'm afraid I'm gonna run right into it trying to get out of there. Slide this over. Oh, there's someone in there. It's Percy. Yeah, we'll figure it out one way or the other. I just have to play it by ear right now until I can get home and see how Melanie feels about it. She's not a big fan of coming over here by herself, and I don't blame her. This isn't the greatest neighborhood. As long as it's daylight, I don't really worry so much, but when it gets dark, there's some seedy characters that start walking around. Lionel. No. He had not discovered the lamp until now. Let's see if I can get him away from it. If he steps on it, it's gonna come crashing down. Come on, buddy. Same for you. What? You want to go back out? He grumbles when I pick him up now. Don't you, Doc? Hey, no. I came in earlier. I think I've told y'all that I had a little bit of a problem where they launched from here over to here, and they had made it up to this shelf. I think they might have been trying to get up to this shelf, because when I came in, this whole sconce deal spins. The bulb doesn't spin, but the fixture does. It was turned like totally upside down. I really don't want them to knock that off the wall and shatter it and somebody get cut. So this weekend we may have to just totally move that bookcase somewhere else. They can still get to this one from the desk and partially from that side of the desk, but maybe it will deter them enough to Not trying to jump on it if I move the bookcase out of here. What's up, Percy? I guess I'm gonna go ahead and walk out here and we'll see the others real quick. I have to change these guys' water before I go and check the litter boxes once more. Hold your horses. I guess you can come out. I'll be nice and let you explore for a minute. Lionel, Clara, Percy. Hank's bringing up the rear there. Yeah, I need to let him out more often. It's just, when I'm here working, it's hard to do because I'm focused in on work things and I can't always watch them as closely as I need to. It's kind of dark over here still. Is that as far as you guys are going to go? I'm not coming to get you, Hank. Lily might, though. Even though she just looks like a silhouette on my phone. Let's do this. Enable flash. Make it a little better. This is our cat corner, if you can't tell. Carriers, bag of litter, vacuum. This door wouldn't stay shut for the longest time, so I had like a little ratchet strap that I engineered to hold that door closed when we're not here. And that's the old lampshade that they have pretty much shredded. So we don't have a good lamp in here anymore. Do we, Wilson? I don't think you want to go in the carrier as much as you cried yesterday when I put you in one. Tomorrow I may try to put them back in the other room for a little bit. They seem to just hide it. Excuse me. Hide under the couch whenever I put them in there. I don't know how much entertainment value that's going to offer, but I just want to be able to get them out of that room for a little bit. Let them see and smell new things. Percy's pretty adventurous, though. I don't know if you can see him. He's right there. I'm not trying to blind you, Lionel. I promise. Yeah, she enjoys that couch. That makes me feel kind of bad to shut her out of there because she likes to sleep in there. She used to, you can't see anything without the light on over here. She used to sleep on the bed that sits on my desk. But lately Doc has taken residence there during the day. Yeah, this is about as far as Percy's gotten. He walks over here and Kind of looks around under the desk for a little bit, and then that's it. Here's a very shadowy Stumpy. There we go. She doesn't know what to think about all these cats being out here. I'm leaving this one empty because even when I had Doc and Clara in the other room, I had this mat and this lid underneath it because he kept knocking the water off. But I've been leaving both watering things filled up with water. Well, I came in yesterday and it was like that. This whole thing was just full of water. So I don't think I'm going to use that one anymore for now. I'll give you 4 or 5 guesses as to who's responsible. Doc. I know it's him because I never had that problem before Doc. But I digress. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I've got to corral some kittens, fill up some watering things, and have a set of drums in the back of my truck that I'm not real keen on leaving outside unattended, so it's probably going to do it for today. As I said before, I'll just have to play it by ear for tomorrow. But I'll post something in the room as soon as I know if she's coming over here after work or what we're going to do. So thank you, Larry. Thank you, everybody else. And we'll do it again sometime tomorrow. See you then.